And we welcome in championship flight winner Joe Jaspers from the Charlotte Tour. Shoots a 1 over par 73 today to finish even for the tournament. An 8-shot victory for your 6th title. What is it with you coming down here to Hilton Head in this tournament? This is a pretty competitive field.
It's very competitive, and I just like Hilton Head, I guess. Treats me well.
Tell us about your game coming in this year. It sounds to me like when you were being interviewed before as though it was a little up and down, but obviously you regrouped pretty much when you got here.
I really did regroup. I've actually been playing a little bit better lately. I've been real inconsistent all year, but other than Saturday, I hit the ball pretty darn good.
Talk to us about the strength of the Charlotte Tour and the camaraderie and just your enjoyment of playing with the fellas up there.
Yeah, I think I've played about 20 years on this tour and developed some good close friendships with a lot of good people, and that's what makes it fun. That's why I want to go out and play, and I love to compete, and there's some tough competition in Charlotte, and you got to bring your A game or you'll get run over.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Tell us about your play here starting with day one, and an 8-shot victory means the course is played pretty tough.
Yeah, the scores are always a little bit higher here, and quite frankly, I was a little surprised how well I played on Friday. I hadn't had a round like that, where I played a complete 18 holes really all year.
And that was here at the Country Club of Hilton Head.
Yes.
Then you went over to the Hills course at Palmetto Hall. Still a pretty decent round there, but that's some track, isn't it?
It is a really good track, and boy, that was quite an adventure yesterday. I was hitting the ball pretty erratic, and my short game saved me.
Plans for coming back in the future? You think you might come and try to get number 7?
Absolutely. I'll be here to try to get 7, 8, 9, and 10 if I can.
What plans do you have for the rest of the year moving forward?
Pretty much winding down. Got a 4-ball coming up in a couple weeks, and that'll pretty much do it for this year until next February.
Well, Joe, congratulations on a 6th title. We wish you well the rest of the year, and we look forward to having you back next year.
Thank you.
And we welcome in another member of the Charlotte Tour, Tom Chambers, champion of the A-Flight. You're now a national champion. How's that sound?
Sounds really good, especially after last year. Did have the lead last year and kind of gave it back and moved back deep in the field. But so coming back this year and putting myself in contention and finishing it off this time was really awesome.
We'll get into almost what happened just a sec. This year, you were trailing by 1 coming into today. You let it get away last year. How'd you feel before things got started today?
Actually, the experience from last year kind of helps settle me down for today. I felt it was mine to win, not mine to lose, so it was a little different mindset, but the experience from last year really did help a lot.
You were obviously pretty steady. What do you think of Atlantic Dunes today?
It was playing really tough, especially with the rain, and then we had about an hour and a half or 2-hour rain delay and kind of stiffen up. I'm not quite as young as I used to be, but
none of us are.
Getting back into the competition after that rain delay, it took a little while, but we came out swinging.
So you built up a pretty good lead, and then we got to 17, and?
Yeah, that's where all the fun happened. So in our practice rounds, it was kind of funny because I hit the same shots that I hit in the practice round. Got it in the fairway off the tee, hooked my next approach shot into the water on the left, and then took my drop and put it in the water again, just like my practice round, and made a natural 8 out of it, but because we do have the triple bogey max. So.
Well, fortunately, it ended up not costing you the title. What do you enjoy about the tour?
It's meeting the guys, playing golf, both of which I enjoy a lot, but I'm also a competitive person, so you can mix all 3 of those together and just bang it out.
How many years have you been coming down for?
I've been coming down here for about 5 and playing on tour for 8 or 9.
So I take it we can plan on seeing you again next year and for years to come?
Yes, you can.
Well, Tom, congratulations. We wish you the best and look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And we welcome in Casey Dickenson, the B-Flight winner here of the GolfWeek Amateur Tour National Championship. How's it sound to have the title National Champion in front of your name?
Sounds pretty good. Kind of get used to it again. And it's just taking my time. Just getting used to it, really.
You'll warm up to it, I promise. That shouldn't be a problem at all.
Probably so.
You were trailing by 2 coming into today. How'd you sleep? Kind of walk us through the day.
Slept fine last night. Just try to treat it as another round, like I've been doing all week long. Take each hole by hole and just go play that one and try not to think too much about it.
How was your game coming in here? Obviously, sounds like you were playing a lot this year, getting ready. What was it like getting in here?
That came down about a week ago. We spent some time over at Port Royal using their short game area, hitting balls over there, and I've been playing really well. I felt really comfortable coming down. Had Trent Jones as a course that fits my game. so I felt really good about it.
You said you've been coming down for 10 years or so. What is it about the GolfWeek Amateur Tour, not only here on the national level, but on the local level, that really appeals to you?
On the local level, there's a lot of camaraderie. You get to know, you get to know a lot of good people, and then have people to play with. And been coming down here about 10 years, so this is the only time I get to see some of these guys. And it's good to come down here and see them and play with them.
Obviously, we have a lot of golf courses down here. Do you have any favorites?
I like Trent Jones. I really like Arthur Hills. Arthur Hills has grown on me over time. It didn't suit me at first, but it's really grown on me. I really like Dolphin Head. I played this week. So yeah, it's great golf.
Strengths of your game?
Got up and down a lot this week. Usually hit the ball in the fairway.
And generally, for any golfer, that's the recipe for success. Can we plan on seeing you down here for years to come? Because now that you're a national champ, you have to come back. I mean, you don't have to, but don't you kind of want to?
I'll be back. I got to at least come back next year.
Well, Casey, congratulations. We wish you the best. We look forward to having you back. We're here with Luke Lovato of the Charlotte Tour, the Sea Flight champ. How's it feel to be a national champion?
It's funny when you put it that way. It sounds pretty cool.
National champ. Think about that. It'll sink in.
It's an honor. It was a lot of fun this weekend.
Now, do I understand things correctly? This is your maiden voyage down here for this event?
Yeah, I joined the tour in Charlotte this past year. Played about 9 or 10 tournaments on the local side. Had a great time. Met a lot of good dudes, and just been having a blast. I won the finals to get my entry here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come, and I'm really glad I did.
How did you initially find out about the tour and get into it?
Just playing a lot of single golf, and met a buddy that had mentioned it, told me to get involved, and 3-4 months later, I played in the February tournament, the first event.
You came into today close to the lead, not quite leading. Walk us through the day and how it was out there on the course, because obviously things get a little dicey out there, but eventually you opened up a 5-shot lead and won by 5.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was glad to not sleep on the lead. I was 1 shot back. The conditions changed certainly, but I looked at the score on hole 16, and I was 3 shots ahead with 3 to go. So I put the leaderboard scoring down, and I just went after it and didn't really change much from the weekend. Just steady golf.
What do you think of Hampton Hall? Wonderful golf course, huh?
It was great. It was really wide open, so I play a pretty high ball flight, often to the left, curling to the right, and I could play.
We call it a baby cut. That's what we call it, a baby cut.
Well, the cut, I could play the cut there, so I enjoyed it. It was a great course, really great course.
Do you plan on coming back and visiting us now and making this an annual trek?
100%.
You're a national champ, so you have to.
Yeah, sure. I'll be back. We're going to bring the wife next year because I think she'll love it, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations. We look forward to having you back.
Thank you very much.
Willie Hughes from the Tidewater Tour, national champion in the D-Flight. How does that sound?
It sounds great. Totally unexpected, but you know what? When things work, things work.
You were the low score today over at the Hills course at Palmetto Hall, a challenging golf course, and you were low by a couple. Walk us through the day, how it kind of panned out. You were tied for the lead coming in. You know, I'm going to take you right back to last night. You know, you were tied for the lead. How'd you sleep last night?
Like a rock.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes and it goes, and it is what it is, and if you play well, I'll take it. If you play badly, well, that's D-Flight.
That's the way it goes sometimes, right? How many years have you been coming down here for?
This is actually my second, but I've been coming down for 3.
How many years have you been playing on the Tidewater Tour and been part of the tour?
3.
So it's been 3. What do you enjoy about the tour?
Just the people that you meet, and quite honestly, the 3 people that were in our groups for the last 3 days were some of the funnest people I've been around. And it's a lot of fun, and you can't take it too serious, you know, and that makes it all that more enjoyable.
What did you do to prepare for this week and get yourself ready?
We had the Lava Cup that we played in North Louisiana, and that was a lot of fun. It was a great group of guys out of Louisiana. And, you know, it gets us ready, and you get used to being warm again because it's not that warm at home right now.
Well, that's one of the appealing things about coming down here, right?
Yes, it is. It's beautiful weather. Unfortunately, a little bit rainy today, but most of the time it's been really great.
So to be a national champ, something had to be clicking this week.
More than anything, my iron play. And I was sticking balls pretty close to the pins and, you know, making a few putts here and there, and it worked out well.
Well, Willie, we congratulate you. We hope you enjoy everything that goes along with being a national champ, and we look forward to having you back.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We'd like to thank you so much for joining us for Golf Center's coverage of the 2017 GolfWeek Amateur Tour National Championship. For For Daniel Court, our production crew, Keenan, Butch, and Debbie, and myself, Chris Tremblay, we'll see you next time.